Welcome. My name is 10K Hours, putting in the time, so my art is no longer a crime. Today we're back at to actually doing art like a good habit. Playing another day of the day recently. And I want to be playing more today, honestly, but I was like, no, I can't. Today has to be an art day. It's gotta be an art day. Although I'm probably gonna be finishing Dave, if not this. Oh, hello, Callaway. Hello. Although I'm probably gonna be finishing Dave, if not this next week, then definitely in February. Hi, how you doing? You're not dying? How are you? I'm doing good. A little cold. Super cold and covered in snow where I am, but at least you can drive around now. Oh god, I went out because it snowed like madhouse yesterday, and then today I was like, I've talked about this on stream yesterday, but every time the weather is like this, I always get a craving for a specific food. And this time it was this ramen at this local ramen place. So I was sitting there and I was sitting there today like, man, I'm doing okay, but cold, no snow. Oh, cold, no snow. Okay, so you looked out. So I was sitting there today like, I shouldn't have mentioned that ramen yesterday because it was all I could think about today. And then finally I decided for dinner, I was like, you know what, screw it. We're going out, we're getting this ramen. Plus I gotta clean off my car anyways before tomorrow because it's gonna work. I get all the way there and the place is freaking closed. Great. And I'm pretty sure they're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays too. Because they're open on the weekend, so it's like, great. Anyways, but luckily, as luck would have it, on the way there, I noticed a new Mexican place that I hadn't seen before. I had a drive-through, so I was like, "Ooh, hey, I'll try that." And honestly, the food was decent, but the meat was really underseasoned. Like, it was really underseasoned. So, yep. So there's at least that. Someone got some very underseasoned Mexican food. I probably relied more on their salsas, but even the salsas were kind of bland, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, no, everything was just bland. Eh. The rice was decent. Everything else was bland. But it is what it is. Still ate it. Still ate it. Man, like I was saying, I'm probably gonna try to finish Dave this next week, or maybe the week after. I need to be getting some games too. Okay, reason being is I did this last year, but last year around this time, I was like, oh, man, is streaming something that I still want to do? Am I just doing this because I think it looks like fun, or am I actually having fun doing this? So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do, I did this last year, last year I was like, I'm gonna take the entire month of February, I'm gonna stream every day, and see if this is something that I still like to do by the end of it. I had a blast. So I had a great time. And still enjoyed it. In fact, enjoyed it more afterwards. So I was like, you know what? I am just doing this for fun. So yeah. And then I got around to this year and I was like, you know what? I think I want to make this a yearly thing. I just stream every day in February. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do an everyday stream in February. Stream every day in February. Yay. Not like I have anybody. The only day that would possibly be a sticking point is Valentine's, but I don't got anybody. Hey, I'll be there for all of them. Well, I appreciate it. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm probably gonna talk about that. I want to keep Sundays art days. I know I want to have a couple of karaoke's in there because I do like to sing too. Although I'm not an incredible singer, but I do enjoy it. And other than that, I need some other things to do. I need some games. Probably games that don't use controllers because my thumbs are still messed up. Maybe not Valentine's. I don't blame you. Valentine's is one of those days where it's probably one of those days where you think that there wouldn't be a lot of people watching streams, but there probably is a lot of people watching streams because, well, everybody who doesn't have someone to spend that day with is probably looking for a little bit of distraction. So, I don't remember. I might do something special for Valentine's. We'll see. And I do have a partner. Oh, nice. congratulations. That becomes harder when you get to school because it's harder to meet people. That's not a joke, by the way. Try to land. No, I'm not gonna put that on you. I'm not gonna put that on you. Because if I was me, what I was about to say, something I would have taken to heart, and would have really bugged me my entire life. I caught myself right before I said it, so never mind about that. But yeah, it is harder to find someone after you get out of school, unfortunately. But it is what it is. You would think I was being a teacher for years, and teaching is a women-dominated industry. And me as a guy, I think, oh man, this is great for me. Well, yes, teaching is a women-dominated industry, and I worked with mostly women. However, they were all in a relationship. Even when I first started out teaching, and I was in an elementary school, and I was one of 4 guys in that entire elementary school building, and literally every single other teacher was either married or in a long-term relationship, except for one, but like the very first week, and then she started dating one of the other guys who was a 6th grade science teacher. Because they had met before, so it was just me going in there being like, yeah, this is great, this is gonna be maybe a good place to meet someone. Everybody's in a relationship. Everybody's in a relationship. I was like, come on, this can't be real. And then I went and worked at a different school, and it was the same thing. I worked at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, I worked at 5 different schools, and it was the same thing at literally every school, except for I don't really know the last school I worked at, because that was the 2020-2021 school year. So that was my first year working for that school, and we were online up until like February, March of that year. So yeah. Wait, no, that was the 2021, 2022. No, that was 2020, 2021 school year. Yeah. So yeah. So, and even when we were actually in the classroom, we were kind of relegated to our classrooms, just like everybody else, so didn't really get to go out and meet people, or my colleagues too much, which kind of stunk, and it was my only year at that school, so. But yeah. So, I don't know what it is. Teachers are all taken. They're all taken. And then I got into IT, which is a male-dominated field. So that made it even harder. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, now we need to fix up. What we were doing lineup. Oh yeah, I want to talk about. I don't know what I want to do for everyday streaming. I need some games, preferably ones that don't use controllers. So, as much as I would love to do like a Souls-like marathon, that will literally permanently break my hands because my thumbs are so messed up. So, well, that would be fun. And I bought Liza P the other day. I found mine across the street. Hey, sometimes it's like that. I should. Man, maybe I need to talk to my neighbors. Although I can hear. Let's see. All my neighbors around me have families. In fact, I don't even know. I live in a very suburby area, so it's just all families. I can walk to his house. Oh. That makes it a lot easier. That makes it a lot easier. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, but I bought Liza P the other day because it was on sale, and I've really been wanting to play it. It was one of those things that was like, spur of the moment buy. Because it was on sale. But I was like, I'm not gonna be able to play this for forever. What am I doing buying this? Let's see. My wrist used to be super messed up, and eventually I just let them rest and they got better. I'm gonna do the same thing with my thumbs now. I need to figure out what I'm doing that's constantly hurting them. I know what I'm doing. I was doing this on my phone. You know how people, they talk about how people are like starting to get injuries because they're swiping on their phone too much? I actually got those. Because I was just never giving them a rest, I guess. Like, I got in a real bad habit of doom scrolling on which is one of the reasons why I took a break from all of that. He is actually here right now, bro. You showing me up? Let's see here. Did you have fun with that? Let's see. I might do some other things too. I want to try doing something else besides just like the basics. I don't know. I want to do like maybe a stream where I teach something, but it's got to be something stupid. Or I learned something new or something. I don't know. I want to have a little bit of a plan for this. Because last year was just like, I don't know, I'll stream every day and see what I see. And even if it was only for like 30 minutes, I would get on and like draw something. Or something. But I want to have more of a plan this time. Like, kind of like, I don't know, I think since then I've watched a ton more streaming, and people who would do anything that's long, like subathon or something like that, they always have a plan going into it. I think it makes it better. Obviously, I can't do a subathon because I'm not monetized. And frankly, I don't want to be, because, let's face it, who's gonna watch someone as small as me if they have to watch ads? I would dip so fast. And if I know if I wouldn't watch, then I'm not gonna ask other people to. That's crazy. That is insane. Like, even people that I want to watch, or streams that I want to watch, I'm thinking like, I don't know. I haven't watched them in a while. I'll see what they're up to. If I don't have like a channel subscription, and I'm like just kind of feeling it, and I turn on the stream and it has like 5 minutes of pre-roll ads, I'm like, I can't do this now. Just go do something else. It turns me off so immediately. I understand. Like, when you're a certain size, you have to be monetized. You're crazy not to. But I just want to make any money, but ads is such a turn off for me. Well, one thing I found out rather recently is I watch a bunch of people on YouTube as well. So YouTube, they have channel subscriptions, and it just gets you access to like members content and things like that. It doesn't actually get rid of ads unless you have premium or whatnot. So I'm on there.
8-hour flight, we just landed in Sorrento. Came a long way from smoking Nicks and rocking Echo. Sprinted to the helicopter room, make sure it's penthouse. 30 floors up, can see the world from out this window. Nikki threw the ball about 30 yards and never hit those. Juke slash tween, dropping buckets like a sicko. Hey, she got wet right off the intro. Wait until she hear the end goes. But for now,
we're gonna. Yep, no vocals. That really kills the vibe. All right, there we go. There we go. I end up changing him a bunch after I start putting color on him. do like how he looks. I don't think he looks quite enough manic enough for me. At the same time, I do like how he looks. Maybe some games to play, maybe a schedule, like Monday I do this kind of thing, Tuesday I do this. You know, I want to do art on Sundays, and I might switch back and forth between doing like, I might keep like Saturdays non-gaming and do like karaoke or something else like that. I don't know. I don't know. But that leaves the rest of the week. And I want to have like, I don't know, I want to have a plan. Be like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna try to beat like these games or something along those lines. About? Oh yeah, I was talking about this, then I got in like my monetization. It's basically a big fat no at this time. Well, I think if I ever make affiliate, maybe I will. Who knows? So that's, what is it? I'm not too far off from that. The hardest part is you have to have I put up some posters today. Ooh, posters for what? Are you in a band? Let's see. I wouldn't really like to do a Souls-like game, but that will kill me. Maybe I'll do... Oh, okay, hold on. Whatever I do, I need to get the game soon. I know one I would like to do. I just thought of it. I'd like to do Inscryption. Inscryption. I'd like to do... I want to be in a band. I'm learning how to play electric guitar. Ooh, fun. But I take it that's not what the posters are for. Ooh, this is way too far. Let's see. Are they for... See, it's Sunday. Could be something church related. Or let's see, if you're like me and you were a theater kid, I put up posters for that. I remember doing that when I was in high school. Was my school? We had a theater program, and we did plays, but we did not have an auditorium in our school. It was really annoying. They're building a school. I do have one of my favorite bands on my wall. Oh, is that the posters you're talking about? I thought you were putting up like posters to advertise something. No, you're talking about putting up like band posters in your room. Oh, I'm stupid. I forgot people do that. What'd you put up posters of? Wrong button. My school did not have an auditorium. When they were building it, they were like, well, we have your choice. Do you want to have a indoor pool so you can do Nirvana and Billie Eilish? Oh, okay. Like, do you want to have a indoor pool so that you can have like swim meets and things like that? Or do you want to have an auditorium? And the powers that be were like, we want a pool. So we had, albeit a really nice pool in our high school and we did have a good swim team. But that's one of those things that's kind of rare. And we had a good swim team, but we didn't have any sort of auditorium. So anytime there was any sort of like school, I have both. Ooh, nice. My school was really old. I have since added on since I've been there. I had a distinct advantage of being a lot of the last classes to go to a lot of the schools in my hometown before they were upgraded to new ones. So I had really old buildings that I went to, like really old buildings. I remember my elementary school was like, that thing was like 100 years old. It was old. And I was the last class to graduate from that elementary school before they tore it completely down and built a new one. It was old, and you could see where they had like added things on over time because they needed to. Like there was like one like really big old building, but then like you went down like these really big stairs, like this entranceway, and then there was like this odd hallway that kind of like went off to the side and was very much newer construction there. So that's where all like the kindergarten through second were. And then other than that, it was like all like, it was very clear that this school had been built when the town was a lot smaller and more people moved in and they needed more space, so that's what they did. But I think it just kind of got to the point where like, yeah, no, we can just keep awkwardly adding on to the school. Or we can build a new one. So they built a new one. And it was also, I remember a lot of weird things about that school now that I think about it. I have a 2-story building. We had a 2-story building too, but the more I think about that school, the more weird it was. It was just a really old building that had been slowly added onto. And it wasn't like, it was in the middle of a town, and it was built on top of a hill. But when they initially like built it, they probably built it so, hey, it would be kind of like easy to see, easy for people to get to. It was in the middle of a neighborhood and whatnot. And it probably had a lot of, it had a lot of like field space around it. However, one thing that changed from when the school was initially built to later was schools went away from just having like a big wide open field that they just let the children go run around in during their recess time and all them scrape their legs, it's fine, to where they needed to like, let's actually have like a blacktop, like a paved section, then like that section with the wood chips that has like the actual like jungle gym and stuff like that on it. That's actually, we need to put up like fences and whatnot for like baseball fields that were right there. So ended up where it used to be like, it made sense when they initially built it. It was like a top of a hill, and like there was always like little hills, and there's all this space around it, so that I guess kids could just like run around and like roll down the hills and whatnot. It probably was like, this is the peak of fun in the 1940s, yes. But when it got to me, they had by that time they had added all that stuff in, but the space was really awkward to do that. So you had the actual building itself. It was on, okay, it wasn't like on a hill like that. It was more like, it was like legitimately on a hill like this. Then all of this part on this hill, this was the paved section. So the paved section was really sloped, and there were sections that were like flat, that like on the side of a building, like right over here, where they had like a little basketball hoop and whatnot, but this is a basketball hoop, trust me. There we go. But most of it was super paved. Most of it was super sloped. And then at the bottom of it, that's where like all the jungle gym and stuff were. So, but this was like a huge section over here. This was bigger than like the jungle gym and the basketball courts and whatnot all put together. And that's where we spent most of our, that's where they had a bunch of stuff. That's where they had like tetherball. That's where they had Foursquare. That's where they had like pretty much all the games. So you're playing them on this really sloped surface. So you would like go down a ball and go like flying off down the hill all the way. But we didn't care. We were kids. We were having fun. It's only one of those things that literally thinking about right now, I was like, oh wait. that wasn't designed with us in mind. Or at least that wasn't that part of the school was not thought about. When they built the school, they did not think about like having an actual like outside area for like gym and basketball and like recess and whatnot. I guarantee you it was just built thinking like, oh, it's on top of the hill. The children will be able to go out and roll down the hill during their recess breaks. They'll have a crackerjack time with that. Sure, that's what they were thinking. And to be fair, they were right at the time. You can't guess how things are going to go in the future. You can only do the best with what you got at the time. I forgot I made this so big. This area is kind of weird. There we go. Got a sudden urge. I haven't watched Drawfee in a long time. They were not at old. Actually, they are old. I'm making a bracelet right now. Oh, fun! This is a horrible, wretched circle. The more I look at it, the more I don't like it. Because I never actually fixed that. And I just went over what I did before. Oh, okay. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna... just realized I never fixed this. Alright, let's actually just do a regular circle then. Hello. Alright. I still have this set to be... Whoa. Well, hi there. How are you doing today? Whoa! Okay, I gotta do this. Okay. How do I... that shape? And, I don't want this. I want this. There's something I can do. I forget what it is. I don't want adjust after fixed. I don't want this. Oh, man. Use this bigger space. Made you too big, too big, too big. Okay. Cancel. Oh yeah. Okay, I want to try to go about this size. Okay. to transfer that over here. Transfer that over to the other eye. Let it cut off just a little bit. Maybe, yes. Okay. And then erase this bit right here. So that way it's not like. Alright. And then we're going to get a little one for the middle. There we go. All right, then I need to do this again. Actually, I should have copied that before. Whatever. Okay. Actually, it might look nice if the pupils are two different sizes. One thing I am going to do, though, is I am going to copy. That's not the pupils, the irises. Copy and paste. Grab that and move that over here. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Now there we go. Oh wait, hold on. I need a DVD. And I need a yay. Oh, much better. So much freaking better. Look at that. Wow, these circles are messed up for the big parts of the eyes. Holy cow. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna hide that. Oh my goodness gracious. Whoa. I've never drawn a circle before in my life. No idea what one looks like. Everything is awful. Nothing is real. Wow. There we go. Alright. There we go. Much better. And then... That's much better. Ooh, it looks a little. He's got a little like growth on his eye over here. Got a little growth over there. Let's see if we can take this out a bunch. Take this down to just a little bit of plastic surgery right here. This is gonna look real fun when I flip it. I'm sure I'm gonna have a heart attack and die. Okay. Fun fact. Ooh. Actually, I just realized what this looks like. Maybe I'll finish this up a bit and start flipping it. Because I just realized I have two balls at the bottom of a shaft. Whoops. Just realized. Let's finish all the rest of the drawing. Oh, yes. Let's finish our drawing before we start doing stuff like that. Oh, wait, no, these are... possible. I had a feeling it was just the tiniest bit up there. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. Oh wait, I gotta erase all this shiza. Okay. I really should have put this on a different layer. That would have been so much smarter of me. Oh well, what's done is done. Although I guess I could just undo it and then put it on a different layer and then erase. While I was thinking about that, I was like, actually. That would make a lot of things a lot easier. Okay, there we go. Now I can come back down here and I can erase these bits. So they line up a little bit better. Perfect. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I don't know why, this music made me want to play Dave. This music isn't Dave. Why would this do that? Anyways, it was just kind of like the beachy themes. Alright, then I come up here and I erase the bits of this line that I don't need. Oh wait, no. I can just erase with impunity around here. Oh, it's so much easier. And so much neater too. Wow. Who knew? Different layers. Oh, finish the drawing first. Yeah. Yep. Wow, that was so much easier. Could have guessed. There we go. Alright, then come down here, pop, and they're together. This cut is kind of bothering me because it's such a weird shape. It doesn't look like an actual cut. But I don't know how to fix it yet, so I'm ignoring it. Okay, and then I kind of like this point being a little goofy. But it's not going to be a perfect cut. Slight imperfections. So freehanding this is probably the way to go. Alright, also, I started stream late. I was reading Hunter x Hunter before this. By the way, Hunter x Hunter, not as well known as, like, say, Dragon Ball or One Piece or something like that, but still like one of the undisputed classics. Let's see. I think it's a lot more well known. I think it's kind of on the same level. Not really. Well, no. It's just that Naruto and One Piece, it really is on like the same level as like Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, and all of them. But I don't think it caught on quite as much over in the West as it did in Japan. So over there it's huge, and it's still ongoing too. However, it's nowhere near like One Piece levels in length. Mostly it's because the author takes really long breaks. I think he has like some health issues. I don't really know what. Or he's just like really struggling with the story. I think it might be one of those things where maybe he's like lost the inspiration for it or whatnot. Or maybe he has like serious health issues. I don't know. I've always just heard health issues. He's got a lot of serious health issues. So he'll get out like a new chapter, like sometimes it's a couple years in between. And he's only got up to like 410. I read to 319, so I got less than 100 chapters to go. I just finished. Oh my god. The reason why I was late is because I was reading the very end of the Chimera Ant arc, which is probably everybody's like the most universally favorite arc amongst everybody. Crazy ending. And extremely sad. Ooh. One of the good things about that is that it's a very shonen. Basically there's shonen and shonen and shoujo. I forget is it. Shonen is your Dragon Balls, yeah, you got a hero who's going up against the bad guys, and they're having these cool, awesome, epic fights, and they're getting more powerful, and they're training and growing stronger. Yeah. Power, friendship. We're gonna beat these bad guys and save the day. It's those kind. It's not always that specifically, but it's usually it really just prefers stuff that's more geared towards a male audience, especially young boys. Not necessarily. There are some in there that are very dark. Jujutsu Kaisen is extremely dark, and it's definitely very much a shonen, and definitely meant for a little bit older crowd. While there's some that are meant for a younger crowd, obviously. But let's see. But that's gonna be all your the Narutos, your One Pieces, your Bleach. Those are all meant. Those are boy animes. And then there's is it shoujo or shoto? I don't remember what it is. Shoujo that is more gonna be it's gonna be more geared towards a female audience. It's gonna be more your slice of lives, your romances, things like that. I don't know why I got on this, but I got on this to say Hunter x Hunter is not quite your typical shonen because it does have the heroes fighting, growing stronger, and learning and overcoming people, but it also has a very, very, very deep power system to it, and you get to see them grow and step by step what they have to do to actually master it. It's not just training and lifting weights. You have to see the process they have to go through to learn new things and learn how to master those things. It's very, very, very detailed, but it kind of shows it slowly and pieces it out. You learn things about the power system as the main characters do, which is actually a very, very good pacing. But at the same time, it really, it never ends in the same way that you think it's going to, whether they beat the bad guy, save the day, heal the princess, save the queen, slay the evil king and whatnot. There's always something that makes it I think a prime example of this is they had an arc where they were playing this game to win these prizes, and one of the prizes was this one-time use item that could heal literally any disease that anybody had ever. However, they could only use it within this game that they were playing, and the only way to get it back to the real world and to the person who really needed it was to beat the game, and then they could take it out. Well, I guess it really was to take it off the game island, not to take it back to the real world. They were always in the real world. But and that's one of those things that it's kind of thought in the background, hey, I think this is what they're doing it for, and this is why this guy hired them. But then all of a sudden they throw a wrench in. The person that they need this item for dies 5 weeks before they're able to beat the game and get the stuff out. So, and there was this huge reward for it and whatnot. So it's oh, we're just kind of fighting for keeps now. But at the same time, the players weren't really, like, the main characters weren't really told that's what they were doing, so they had no idea this was the case. They just knew that they had been hired by this guy to, like, try to beat this game, and that if they ever got that far, they would talk about this stuff. And they ended up doing it, but they ended up doing it too late. And it really ends up, like, messing with some stuff, and they don't really see the fall. They see a little bit of the fallout of this, but there's always, like, little stuff like that, like, hey, they're still gonna fight. They're still gonna fight the bad guys, overcome it, but it's still, like, very much grounded in reality. Like, stuff doesn't always go the way that you want, or things aren't very, like, cut and dry. Even with, oh god, with the Chimera Ant arc, they are introduced as this force that just consumes and multiplies and is intent on destruction, and then all of a sudden it really, really, really humanizes them at the end. But you can see the process of that happening. Like, they start out as this, like, overwhelming force, and they stay an overwhelming force. But it's overwhelming force that all of a sudden learns a little bit more about what it means to actually, like, care about other people and whatnot, and to actually form connections and whatnot, and to, yeah, and kind of, they become more and more human, despite the fact that they are still this overwhelming force. But at the end of the day, they're still what they want to do, and what they want to do is really take over the world, but not quite like how they were before. So it becomes this really, but it becomes this real sticking point of, like, this enemy who used to be like this just alien force of destruction is now understanding very complex human emotions, and is able to show respect for enemies and whatnot, and as well as fellow combatants and warriors, and honor deals and whatnot. And all of a sudden it becomes this thing like, do we actually want to destroy these people? But we kind of have to. But they actually know, like, have concepts of, like, honor and things like that now. Like, what do we do? So, very, very good. Makes you ask a lot of questions. Very, very good stuff. I don't know why I got on this. I think, well, because I just finished. Oh, read the last couple chapters of the Chimera Ant arc. Oh my god. Jeesh. If there's anything that'll make you tear up, it's those. Sit on my couch crying, looking at the end of it. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's... I have no idea how the author thought up this ending. It's so wildly different than anything you would think, because this whole time they're like this oppressive force that's just so much more powerful than everybody else, and they stay that way till the end. Like, even at the end, the heroes are, like, struggling to, like, even stay alive fighting them. And they come up with a plan, and it works, but it really comes with a huge cost. And there's, like, other than with a few grunts here and there, there's no fight with any of the upper echelon that any of the main cast was able to win without horrifying sacrifices, because they were just that overwhelmingly powerful the whole time. And he goes out of their way to show you just how, like, terrifying these things were. And you'll have people who have been, we've seen them grow this entire time, when we know that they're very, very powerful, just get one tap by these people throughout the entire arc, and it never changes. But they're able to pull off a win in the end. But, like I said, it's at a terrible cost. Some people will never be the same. There's one guy who gets so scared of these things. like sneaks into their like stronghold at one point, so he can his ability is to teleport people around. So he sneaks in and he's like, I'm gonna set up like some exits in here so we can teleport in here on the day of our final attack. And he gets too close to some of the upper echelon, and just their sheer aura is so terrifying. This guy was like a crazy badass beforehand. Like, he sees other people, he saw like other, like, just enemies that other people were struggling to take down. He's like, oh, that guy. Runs out, gets him, kills him, captures him, takes him back, interrogates him, kills him. Like, it's nothing. Like, it's absolutely nothing. And then he gets so terrified that he can't continue with the attack, and all his hair turns white. He is able to come back later and help some people like escape who need medical assistance because they're just so beat up. But the stress of having to go back to that place is so much he loses all his hair. And this guy was like a crazy badass, and he goes from this absolute stoic, like, I got this, to, oh shit, I'm literally pooping my pants right now. Like, every chance that they can get, the author shows like, yeah, these things are not to be trifled with. And then he shows the entire time that that's truly the case up until the very end. Very, very good writing. What's his name? Is it Horikoshi? I forgot. I need to look this up. Let's see. I'm really bad at knowing the authors of stuff. Togashi. Yoshihiro Togashi. To be honest, the only author I know is, okay, I know Eiichiro Oda for One Piece. I know the guy who does One Punch Man is just known as One. I guess he's known Story by One. O-N-E. That's all people know him as. And it's really funny because there's actually like two One Punch Man mangas. There's the one that is written and illustrated by One, and there's one that's written by One but the art is done by somebody else. It's because One has a very particular art style. He's not a bad artist. He just has a very particular like art style where everybody just is like super basic and plain. He's very, very expressive with it. It's just his style. But when he gets in the hands of like an actual like manga artist, his story shines all the brighter. Because when it's in One's hands, it looks like not a Saturday morning cartoon. What it looks like a comic strip in a newspaper, with like an extremely basic style and like basic gestures and whatnot. But his writing's fantastic. It's just that his way of drawing doesn't really reflect what he's writing. So there's like the version that One publishes, I guess, like himself online, and then there's like an official, which is like official, and then there's like another version that's like published, it's like published by like the actual like Weekly Shonen Jump. Well, I guess it's not weekly. That it has like way updated art, and that's like, I guess both are official, but there are slight differences. Like, let's see, and he will go back and like retcon parts of the story, because I just went back and I like caught up on One Punch Man, but I didn't remember where I left off. So I just started a place and started reading, and I remembered back in the past, like, that section of the story used to be a lot different. But he had changed a bunch of stuff, and I do like what he changed it to better, because I feel like it fit the story better. It also fit the characters better and fit the world. So He's kind of goofy like that. He's kind of goofy like that. How many more people are there like that? I know with most mangaka, they draw and write it themselves, which is crazy. What if there are others that are just like, I just write, and another person's like, I just draw. I'm the drawer. You give me words and I make them come to life. Probably a bunch like that actually. But I don't know them. Oh wait, I don't need to do this yet. I was about to add in these other lines, but I need to do the mouth first. We'll do that. What time is it? Oh my god. I'm gonna grab some water. Needed that. Alright. Now time for me to spend 30 hours in the mouth. But they don't like my... don't like the lines I'm drawing. Well, I already fixed the chair. Right. One of these weeks, I need to clean up in here. I think that's what we'll do. I have a bunch of like plushies and stuff and like other merch that I've gotten from like content creators. And I did like having it on my desk like underneath, but it's starting to take up a lot of space. And I have some that just don't fit here. So I have like some that are over here that are on this extremely messy desk. And it just has like a bunch of random stuff. And then the ones that kind of like fit over here are just like stuck underneath this monitor. But they're starting to get kind of cramped. And the more I look at it, the more I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. So I got my work stuff over here. I got my play stuff here. And then I just have random stuff here. So I need to clean off this random stuff. Excuse me. Actually, put some of this stuff needs to be filed away. Some just needs to be thrown away. Excuse me. And then I need to make a little space for all my little pledges and stuff, especially because I have a new one that's... They take forever to get here sometimes. Like months. I've heard some people be like, I ordered stuff. What is it? Stuff they ordered for like Halloween gets there in like the middle of the summer, like the next year. Of course, that's just Phase Connect. But what is it? Sometimes they're really fast. One time I ordered a plushie from Hololive. It was one of the Friends With You ones, and it got here super quick. Actually, oh god, it was one for Fauna. She announced her graduation, and I got so sad. I was like, I want something to remember her by. So I ordered the Friends With You plushie, and it got here before her graduation, so I gotta like hold it the entire time. I was like, no, don't leave me. Oh. It's fine. She didn't leave. If you know what I mean. I think that was the fastest one I ever got. I think they were like on the ball because I was definitely not the only person. So they're like, let's get these people their emotional support, Fauna. They're gonna need it. time I draw on Sundays, I'm always painfully aware that I need to be drawing on other days so I can get better faster. There's nothing that makes me realize how much more I need to draw than when I draw. I really need to be practicing anatomy. Both men and women. I am so slow and clunky at that, and so inaccurate. It takes me so long to get it close. Okay. There we go. This is looking from a distance. Ooh, looking pretty good. I want to. No, that'd be an extremely bad game for me to play. Would be a board game. Sorry, I had an idea for a game I wanted to play, then I realized it would be a terrible idea. It's one of my favorite games. Oh. Oh. Well, hang on. Well, that would take up like the entire month, though. Okay, I just started playing Baldur's Gate 3. But that's like not a week. That's a month. That's like a billion. It's like a billion-hour game. Oh, and I would be going around and doing everything. No, that's not a good idea. Oh, I could play Divinity Original Sin 2. No. No. These are all bad games. I love those types of games, but they're not great for streaming. I know I want to do Inscription. I love card builders. Had to do a little bit of thinking beatboxing there. Man, Inscription. Wait, hold on. Windows? Windows Slay Spire 2 come out. Hold on. Was there an episode? No, new episode. Was there a new chapter of Gachi Akuda? Meow. Dang it. That's another one I've been following. That was great. Is it Gachi Akuda? Gachi Akata? Gucci Maguchi? Gachi Akuda. I think it's how you say it. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Like, One Punch Man. I know what that means. Naruto. That's the name of the main character. Hunter x Hunter. The guy just said, like, he named it off of, like, he was watching, like, some special time that was, like, comedian. And he was like, oh, I want to do something like that. So he just named it Hunter x Hunter. That stuff is really funny to me. There's usually a reason. Gachi Akuda. I got you. Gachi Akuda. What was I about to look up? Oh, hello, DW. Hold on. Say the Spire 2 release date. I'm trying to think. Sure, why not? Super Bowl is going to be Patriots versus Seahawks. Oh yeah, that's right. Because yes, then there's going to be there's always an off week, not a bye week, an off week in between. Yeah, and it was going to be on the. I remember now. Oh, we might be. I don't know what we're going to be doing that day. Usually we go to my parents' house, but my parents might be. My dad might be gone because he might be at his brother's birthday party. I don't think my mom's gonna go with him. Because I heard him talking about that. My parents have been married for a very long time. My parents have been married for like 40 years. They got married when they were like 20. Like they were barely 20. Yeah, because my parents are the same age. My dad's birthday is in March, my mom's in June, and then they got married in August. So they were both like yeah, they were both like barely 20 when they got married. So they've been married for forever. So my dad looked at my mom and said, hey, my brother's birthday is next month. Looks like it's gonna be like this one-day thing. It's gonna be at like some sort of Eagles Club. There's probably gonna be a lot of drinking. Do you want to come? My mom just said no. And my dad was like, yeah, I figured. So I don't know what we're gonna be doing that day. We usually get together for Sunday dinner of sorts. It's not something official, but it's just something that we do. But we didn't get together today because the weather and the roads were too bad. So I was like, I don't really feel like getting my car stuck. Don't really feel like it. It's like a bad idea. But I did try out the main roads, and those were doing spiffy. So hey, guess who's got to drive into work tomorrow? Yeah. Yep. Oh, and one thing I'm planning on, I did this last year. I'm planning on streaming every day in February. I did this last year because I just wanted to see it, because I was really like, I don't know, I was in a weird spot, and I was like, oh my god, streaming something that I still want to do. Do I like this? Am I really having fun? Or am I just doing it because I think I want to, not because I actually want to? So me and my old man, apparently, an old man voice, decided to stream every day last year in February. Had a great time. Obviously still doing it, but just decided to do it again this year, just for fun. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to think of stuff. I know when I play Inscription, and I know that game's deceptively long. Green Day is going to be at the Super Bowl. Ooh. Green Day. I don't know if you guys, I don't know how old you guys are, but do you guys know about the Janet Jackson Super Bowl? And Bad Bunny. I've heard of Bad Bunny, no idea who it is. No idea whatsoever. What have you guys heard about that? Oh, it was Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson. That extremely infamous Super Bowl halftime show. This happened, oh, when was this? This was old. This was old. Janet Jackson Super Bowl. What year was this? Not yes, year. Okay, there we go. 2004. Yeah, it was Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake in 2004. So, oh my god, it's 20. It's 21 years ago. All right, I have watched it on YouTube. Yeah, I'm old enough to have watched it live. Well, watched, air quotes. I was pretty young then, and we were over at like one of my parents' friends' house, and we were watching the Super Bowl together, and I didn't really care, so I was only watching like the commercials, because the commercials are always top tier. So I was just like running around and doing stuff, and I very distinctly remember the Super Bowl halftime show starting and being like, I don't care about all these people, and just walking off and doing what else. And then I heard the next day, like, oh my gosh, Janet Jackson's exposed nipple was on the TV. I was like, what? Those of you who don't know, there was a wardrobe malfunction where where Justin Timberlake was singing a song and Janet Jackson had on like this. Picture up. Oh, the guy bowing. And Janet Jackson had on like this. She had on this costume that had like red boob covers, and there was some line of the song where Justin Timberlake saying at the end, by the end of the song, I'll have all your clothes off, and then he was supposed to like reach over and like pull off one of the boob covers, and it was supposed to be like something underneath. It's supposed to be like, oh my gosh, is he exposing her? But then she wasn't actually, you know. That's how they had practiced it. But Janet was like, it was labeled a wardrobe malfunction, but we also think it could have just been something that she did to try to promote her career. Who knows? So when Justin reached over and pulled off his boob cover, it stopped covering her boob because there was nothing else underneath. So millions upon millions of people saw Janet Jackson's right nipple. And it like caused like this national outrage, and I don't think and I think it fully like, wow, yeah, and I think it like fully like soured her career too. I don't know if she ever because a lot of people were mad, so I don't think her career ever recovered from that, if I'm going to be honest. And I don't remember hearing anything about her. She was kind of an up-and-comer. I mean, not kind of up-and-comer. She was, like, hot stuff at the time. She was singing with Justin Timberlake. I think she still makes music, but she's nowhere near as popular as she was back then. Nowhere near. And people still know who Justin Timberlake is, but people have forgotten about Janet Jackson. So I think it really did damage to her career. But yeah, it caused like this national outrage, and people were wondering like, what are we putting in front of people during these halftime shows? We gotta be more whenever Recent Songs was blown up in 2012. Oh, okay, well, maybe I just not paying attention to her. But that was like the one and only time I heard about Janet Jackson, if I'm gonna be honest. And it was because of her boob. I don't know. Couldn't tell you any of her music. I only know her for boobs. But yeah, what was I saying? Brain died. Yeah, because like this national outrage. I remember like the year after that, they went with like some like really safe options. It was like Sir Mix-a-Lot, who was like, he was already kind of he had been really big in the 90s, but obviously had fallen off in the 2000s. And they're like, we'll bring him back. People really like him. He's like, stop. No, was it Sir Mix-a-Lot or was it Hammer? It was like, stop. It's Hammer time. Do. I don't remember that song. That was a big song back in the day. I literally couldn't tell you how it goes anymore. That's 21 years ago? I was watching it live and I remember it. That's not great. Well, I don't remember seeing it. I walked off and had no idea it happened. Oh. I was this close to seeing it. And I remember coming back and like, another thing, these were all, not only were these my parents' friends, they were also like my parents' friends from church. So it was a church group. So I remember coming back and people being like, oh my god. Can you believe that? I can't believe they would show something like this. Oh my god. Someone will call my lover. Someone to Call My Lover by Janet Jackson. Okay. I haven't heard of that song, I'm gonna be honest. Of course, I don't pay attention to the music scene at all. Like, I have heard of Bad Bunny. Couldn't tell you one thing. Couldn't even tell you what genre of music they're in. They could be country for all I know. I'm pretty sure they're hip hop. But I don't know. Spanish. They're Spanish. Like Spain Spanish or like Latin America Spanish? Because those are two different things. And even there's like Central America and then there's South American Spanish. And those are two very different things. Similar, but very different. I think there's just not everyone in South America speaks Spanish. A lot of people speak Portuguese. Spanishes. Yeah. Like I said, I've heard of them. Couldn't tell you a thing about them, but. That's it. Finish up this line art. I spent way too long on it. I'm talking about who knows what. The Patriots and the Seahawks. Oh man, are the Patriots back to dominating again? There was like a bajillion years where they were just like, oh God, it's the Patriots again. Jeesh. Of course, I guess that's probably what it feels like. It felt like for people who weren't Chiefs fans the last couple of years. Depends if Drake May is Tom Brady 2.0. Yeah, that's true. Tom Brady is one of those like once in a generation. Wasn't he like a 24th round draft pick or something crazy like that? Because I remember there was like some like really famous player recently who was like Hall of Famer, who was like bottom tier draft pick, and then just came up to be like one of the best that's ever been, which is awesome. Yes, he was a backup in his first few years. Yeah. Now he's like one of the most well-known and most famous quarterbacks of our time. You know he's gonna have a movie made about him one day. Something's gonna be like 24, the Tom Brady story. You just know it. You just know it. And he was hoping he's much older when they finally do that. Because if they make that in the next couple years, people are gonna be like, come on. You gotta wait till these people are like super old and like their 70s or 80s, and it's like, yes, they have a very accurate quarterback. He's just not fast. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, you get a guy like that with some really good like linebackers that can hold the other team back, and then some good running backs who can give him just enough space. Like, he can do wonders. I think that's probably what they did. Linemen, not linebackers. Okay, yeah. I forget. Linebackers are the ones that are attacking, and linemen are the ones that are defending. Is that it? There's a lot of positions. I couldn't even tell you all the positions in basketball. There's only like 5 guys on court. 5 or 6? Actually, I don't know how many guys run court in basketball. Close enough. Close enough. Linebackers, linemen, manbackers and backmen. You know how it is. Backman. The way less effective version of Batman. Oh, that's one of the games I'll play. Oh, but that's a controller game. I can give it a try. I want to play Arkham City. I started that forever ago and never finished it. That's another one. I might try that. All right, Inscription, Arkham City. Hold on, I'm writing this down. I want to have, like, I think Monday through Friday is probably going to just be gaming. Maybe I'll do something different on Wednesdays. I don't know. I'm thinking, or Saturdays might just be for finishing up games. I might do something special on Wednesdays. I'm kind of starting to figure this out. I just came to the decision yesterday that I want to stream every day in February. And just today, before stream, I was like, you know what, I should probably have a plan before I go into this. Maybe I'll talk about that on stream. Who knows? I don't know why my inner voice is an old man. I just realized I always default to that voice whenever I'm talking about it. Okay, so. Alright, I think that is a controller game, but it's gonna be it's gonna be a button masher. It doesn't have to be. If there's any game I'd like to finish, I might make it all about, like, God, if I can use a controller without it, like, really hurting my thumbs, and, like, then I might make February all about finishing games. But if that's the case, then I'm gonna finish Clair Obscur. I'm gonna try to finish Silk Song, because those have been, like, I've been wanting to finish them so badly. My stupid hands, stupid thumbs, but you need to play those because they're controller games, both of them. Well, you can play them on a mouse and keyboard, but I have an American Idiot. I have American Idiot. I don't know how that song goes. The first thing that came to mind was Teenage Dirtbag. I'm like, that's not it. It's like, American Idiot, is that the song about the Teenage Dirtbag? Wait a second. That was my thought process after you said that. Oh, the phone. Something's wrong with what I've just done. Oh. Anyways, I finished the line. There we go. Okay, let's do these. Let's do a little flippy doos and see if there's some stuff that looks odd. Oh, that big eye got real. There's something about him switching back and forth like. He's real flat on this side. He's real flat. He's been lying on that side. To be fair, he can only ever sleep on his back. Oh, he's gonna wake up with a pillow for eye crusties. Oh my god. He's real flat on that side. Alright, we'll try to unflatten him a bit. God. Oh my. Oh wait, hold on. Something we do need to do. Okay, is I didn't erase all these lines. Hold on. I think I got distracted. Which is possible. Because I didn't erase these. I was like, why does he got extra teeth? Oh wait. Who gave him those teeth? Give those teeth back. Okay, there we go. Now we can do this. Yay. I don't want to be an American Idiot. One nation under the new mania. I know I've heard this song. I literally just can't think of it. I'll look it up after stream. I dual stream to YouTube, so I have really just so that I have my Green Day. Yeah, but I dual stream to YouTube just so I have, like, I don't have to manually upload my VODs, because I did that in the past and it was really annoying. And I never remembered to do it. So now I'm just like, I'll just do a stream so at least I don't have to upload the VODs. Makes my life a little bit easier. And let me tell you what, even I will get, if I have little stuff like that, even I will get emails with YouTube being like, hey, we see you, we know where your house is, and we have heat-seeking missiles. You should stop. I'm like, okay, YouTube, you got it. I'll do that. So. All right, line art done. Now let's start coloring. Wait, no, hold on. Line art not done. What am I saying? I gotta fix his freaking eyes because it's super flat on the side. Something I didn't know happens. If you have the canvas flipped, all of a sudden the controls are inverted. I go to the left, he goes right. I go right, he goes left. Isn't that backwards in the way I was actually going? But it was looking right to you. Like, let's see. I go right up here. Actually, hold on. No, it's not flipped. Only my camera is flipped. What happens on here is not flipped. This is all normal. That was a mistake. I love Green Day. I know I've heard their songs. I literally couldn't name one. I'm so bad with music. So insanely bad with music. I just realized I just realized that I've spent the whole time basically looking like this on camera. Hi guys. Basket case. I'm gonna bring my camera down a bit. There we go. Now I'm more properly in frame. Huzzah! Wait, no, I probably was in frame before. The chair keeps going down. I need to get a new chair. My chair doesn't go. My chair goes down way more whenever I stream. Because I played Factorio for like 5 hours. I feel like I only adjusted my chair once. That's my new offline game, Factorio. I love games like that. They're bad for stream. In fact, a lot of my favorite games are bad for streams. Let's see. Oh gosh, some of my favorite games of all time are Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous and Pathfinder Kingmaker. They're all based around like the Pathfinder gaming system. Very in-depth character creation, extremely long. One playthrough of that game is going to take you around 150 hours easy. I assume you mostly play calm games? Mostly. I do enjoy... I don't really play horror games. They don't really scare me. It's just that they stress me out. I play games to relax, man. So if what I'm playing isn't making me relax, I'm like, why am I doing this? This isn't fun. So yeah. Although, oh, have you tried Sky, the Children of Light? That sounds familiar. I feel like that's a fairly recent game. I am looking for games to play right now. I'm looking for games. Sky and the Children of Light. Sky, the Children of Light. Of Lloyd. Sky, the Children of Lloyd. It's a people social online multiplayer sort of game where players explore the beautiful kingdom, solve puzzles, and form connections with others by restoring light to the world. Developed by that game company, creators of Journey. Oh, they're the people that made Journey! It's known for stunning visuals, cooperative gameplay, and emphasis on kindness, with communication often happening through music and light rather than text. It's free to play and available. Okay. Cool. No combat. Game is non-violent, focusing on relaxation, wonder, and positive connections. While there are threatening counters that require using your eye to protect yourself. Okay. I mean, not my usual fare. I do like combat. Anthropod Wizard, are you winning? Man, I hope so. Maybe. One of these years. This year, who knows? I am trying to fix that eye, but I'm also getting extremely distracted at the same time. Ooh, it's almost 10. Hello, hello. Arthropod Wizard. I'm trying to think of stuff. I'm gonna stream. I've mentioned this before. I'm trying to think of stuff to do. I want to stream every day in February because it's kind of becoming a yearly. My brain, a yearly. Wow, why can't I think of this word? Oh my god, I've said so many words. I can't think of this one. Why? A yearly tradition. Wow. Ooh. Uh-oh. Getting to that type of the stream. Yearly tradition where we're gonna stream every day in February. I'm trying to think of stuff to do. So maybe winning will be one of them. What? Who knows? Why did I do that? I kind of like that line. Well, at least there was parts of it I wanted to keep. Gotta round out this eye just a little bit. I think we're good. Although I think I went a little too pointy in one spot. There we go. Oh, I think it starts up here a little bit. I'll tell you what, I cannot do curves. I'm so bad at those. There's nothing quite like drawing to make you realize how bad I am at drawing. I need to stop. Geez, I said I'm taking a break from like social media and a bunch of stuff. I said by this time, like, man, with that extra time that I have at work where I'm not going to be doom scrolling on Twitter because I'm bored, I should be drawing. Instead, I've just been reading manga. You're better than most people. That's true. But I'm not as good as I would like to be to draw the stuff that I want to draw. Because I think it's because I've been looking at a lot of really stunning art recently because I've been looking at manga. I'm like, man, there's some really cool stuff these people have. I'd love to be able to do that. But I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Don't compare yourself. I know, but it's kind of a mixture between it inspires me because I'm like, oh man, that's awesome, and I'm so far from being able to do that. So it's really hard, really hard. I tell you what, there's nothing like learning how to draw that made me realize how hard drawing is and how long it takes to master and how much more work I have to do, and B, I got so used to looking for mistakes in my own art that now I start to notice them in other people's art too, and that really detracts from it. It's like, I just want to enjoy the pretty art. I don't want to find stuff that's wrong in it. No. So I really try not to do that, and especially for somebody I know who's like just drawing for fun, I'm just like, I just want to take in like the, oh cool, that's awesome, and take it in fast and move on, because I know if I linger, I'm gonna start like critiquing like little bits of it, and I'm gonna find something wrong, and because that's what I do to my own art, and I don't want to do that to other people's. It feels wrong. Art that really inspires me is art that looks really good, but really simple at the same time. Yeah, that's a lot of manga. That's a lot of manga. I tell you what, if there's anything if I will say, the one thing I know for sure about art right now is that I can tell whenever someone who's really good at art is trying to draw bad on purpose. That's what was it? I was looking at I was reading Gachi Okuda, and there's a part in there where they go help out some people who are at like a town that specializes in like inks and whatnot, and is known for having a ton of artists in it. And the main character can't draw, and at one point he tries to draw a picture of a person, and I want to see if I can find. No, like there's like 160 chapters. There's no way I'd be able to find that specific one. And it was a fairly recent one too. And you can tell it was a purposefully drawn bad picture by the guy who's the main artist, because there was a lot of stuff in there that was like, oh, this is all correct. Like, it was basically just a bunch of like, which is just like a bunch of like lines like this for hair, and then like the outline of a face like this, and like more lines like this for hair, but then like a perfect nose and like eyes and mouth and stuff like that. But there was just something about like everything was like in the perfect spot where it would be normally on the face, and it was about roughly the same size as it should be, and the hair actually like outlined the face well, and everything was like, let's see, everything was like correct proportions and like a correct outline, but just like purposefully done with bad lines like that. And I was like, no. this was drawn by the actual artist. All right, Callaway, I will see you later. Good night. I'm gonna be doing that soon myself. Okay, I think I got it. I wanted to finish up this line art today, and I think I got it. Flip it back and forth like hold on, I'm gonna draw yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna get the line art today. Honestly, I'm really happy with this drawing. Except for the point. It's a little not center. But I kinda like that at the same time. Because almost no pencil's point is exactly center, and I want him to be just a little off. I don't know. There's part of me that's like, I really like that for the character, but then there's the perfectionist part of me that's like, it's off. But really, very few people are going to be focused on that because the face really draws people in. Let's see, is there anything else I'm missing on this? I don't know, I really like it. And here's one good habit I do. I think one good habit I do instead of comparing is when I do draw something I'm really happy, I'm like, hey, this is the best thing that I've drawn so far, and I'm proud of that. I make sure to tell myself that. That's one good habit I've made. Like, I know that I've still got a long ways to go, but hey, I've come a long ways as well. It's the best thing I've done so far. There we go. Okay. What's that? Okay, it's 9:55. Oh, 54. Okay. I gotta do some chores that I should have done earlier today, but I was reading Hunter and playing Factovia. Gotta go empty my dishwasher and wash my dishes and well, not shave, but trim up my beard and all of that. There's one thing for you non-beard havers. Once you decide on a style of facial hair, you gotta keep it that way for a long time. When's the last time I clean shaved? I'm thinking about that. That's something I might do. I'm pretty close to hitting affiliate. I have all the requirements except for like having an average of 3 viewers for X amount of streams. I don't remember how many. It's like, that's like the one thing that I haven't had. And it's recently gotten a lot harder because it used to count me watching as one person, but it doesn't really do that anymore. I might make a push for affiliate in February. And I might make the thing... If I hit it, I'll clean shave. For the first time in a while. It's been years. Oh god. Last time I clean shaved was when I was teaching. It was before 2020. It was like 2017 was the last time I clean shaved. 2016, 2017, sometime around in there. Yeah, it was around in there. And it was for something I had to do for class. Yeah, because I was teaching theater at the time, but I was teaching stage makeup. And, I mean, this is your canvas for stage makeup. So I had to clean shave for that so I could actually show it to my students. And I had a bunch of girls in class that were like, your makeup looks really stupid. It looks terrible. I'm like, yes, that's because it's supposed to look good when you're like 100 feet from people with blinding light shining on you. This would look terrible up close personal. It's stage makeup. I had to explain that like 30 times. Like, this is not meant to look good up close. It is meant to look good from a distance with very bright light shining on you. Are links allowed in chat? It depends on the... Yeah. I don't have anything that blocks them. What is it a link to? But yeah, I've always blocked them in the past, so I'm not really gonna start now, if I'm gonna be honest. Although I probably can put in something like... Now, well, no, that wouldn't stop those stupid bots. Actually, ever since more people started showing up, I don't get those bots anymore. You drawn in MS Paint, but it's done so poorly, it's a little scary. Nice! I'll take it. What is it? I got some fan art. Oh, this was forever ago. This was like a year or more ago. I did that. I forgot what their name was. It wasn't Bird. Was it Issy? It might have been Issy. I still have that somewhere. Where is that? Who did that? How did that? What did I do with that? I genuinely don't remember what I did. What about that picture? Yeah, I forgot about all those pictures I saved for anatomy. I should be studying those. Oh my god. Have you guys ever played Blueprints? It might have been under a different username. It might have. Yeah, it might have. You guys ever played Blueprints? I just hit the point. I just hit the point in my photos where I was playing Blueprints, and I have like hundreds of. I'm like, is this a clue? Is this a clue? It's the thing I need to remember for later. This is a clue. Oh. Stuff from a year ago. Where is that picture? I do not take a lot of pictures. I do not take a lot of pictures. Oh, this is a while ago. Oh, that's what I'm playing. I was playing. Okay. Actually, where was I when I took a picture of that? Oh my god. Oh, that was back into 2023. That's before I started watching VTubers. Actually, no, I started watching them during that time. Where was this? Oh, that was a pretty decent drawing I did. That was an old one. Alright, I don't remember where this art is. I'll have to find it somewhere. But someone drew some fan art of me in like a chibi form. I genuinely don't remember where it is. Did that get put in? I might actually have that somewhere else. Let me see if I can find that. Fan Explorer, go! Did I get put in here? Maybe, I don't remember. Actually, no, that would have been gotten put in. Yeah. Man, this is gonna bother me. I know I saved that somewhere. I just don't remember where it is. I'll see if I can find it elsewhere. It's not that big of a deal. Let's see. Aha! Wrong thing. Yo. This is the new one. It's just me. Yay! Oh, I love it. And let's. This is the old one. Oh my god! If you're that person, you are the person. This is the one I was looking for. Oh my god! It was you. This is the picture I was looking for. Holy shit! I was talking about you this entire time and I didn't realize it. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's like someone drew a really cool picture of me one time. I don't remember who they were. Meanwhile, it's you. No! Yay, I can put that on here. This is the picture. Isn't it so cool? It's me. But the actual drawing of Thor. Yeah, Thor, but with my sideways striped shirt. Okay, there was a time where I was gonna make that shirt my, like... My brain just died on me. Like my brand. I was thinking about it. I should like create a brand or something. Now I don't really care. There was a time where that shirt was like, ooh. Although it's a really old shirt and it's got like holes in the armpit and whatnot. But yeah, this is the shirt I was thinking of. Not the shirt. That is the shirt I was thinking of. But that's the picture I was thinking of. Thank you. Oh, and then this is the new one. Scary, Tim K. You were the person. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was like, they had this really cool picture of me. I don't remember who it was, but it was you. I can't believe it was you. I'm so stupid. Arthropod, so that's who it was. Okay, but this is the new picture that Arthropod sent me. Look, it's me. See, you can tell when a good artist draws badly because everything's mostly in the right spot, especially around the face. You can't hide that. And also the little like dots on the eyes, as well as like that's not something someone who didn't know anything about art would do. There's always super little things like that say like, this person's drawn bad on purpose. Yep. All right, but thank you. Oh my god, I gotta like save this. I had this saved somewhere on my computer and I found it randomly a while ago. Then I lost it again. Now I gotta save it again. Okay. Yay! Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. You helped me recover some lost. Okay. With that, we need to call it there because I have to go do dishes. Because I didn't do them before this. But I'll probably be back Tuesday. I'm probably gonna stick to my normal schedule this week because it's the last couple of days before February, and I don't want to like start running my voice ragged before I start streaming every day. Don't expect like 4-hour streams every day. There might be some days where I literally only have enough time to stream for like maybe 30 minutes, but it's just about I want to stream every day. I'm gonna shoot for that 2 hours every day. There might be some times where that's just not possible because it's really hard to like, I gotta get home and I gotta do all these chores, I gotta cook dinner and all this stuff, and then I gotta get ready for a stream, and then I gotta stream. Sometimes I just want to lie there on the couch for a little bit and be like, I'm old. Anyways. So, we'll figure it out. I'm gonna keep bouncing around in my head what I want to do for all the days. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, excuse me. Excuse me. Dinner decided to say hello. Anyways, I gotta get going. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun, and it's not quite been a fun reel. But you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you on Tuesday. Peace.